What's good? What's good? What is good, people? I'm like trying to get my globe in this picture, so my the camera angle might be all weird because I'm trying to like figure out the best way to do this. So bear with me on that. Haven't posted in many days here. Sorry about that again. I'm still trying to figure out like how the whole. I'm still trying to like one. I still need to recover a little bit because that job moving around that much. I haven't moved around that much like in a good minute, so I've had to like recover. So I'm like kind of still recovering. I'm on I think the tail end now of like recovering, and then now my body will hopefully be ready to do more of that stuff. Yeah, my sleeping schedule, we're gonna get that. Hopefully, I just recover first and then sleeping will get that. So, it might still be a little bit of time before I'm able to post frequently, basically. But, we'll try to keep going. Thank you guys for that watch time. And I'm surprised, man. Now on the channel, I can pretty much talk about what I want to. I'll still put mgtow in the titles for different reasons, but I'm kind of glad now when I can basically talk about almost whatever I want pretty much, and then I'm getting like, I think I average like 22 views around there just like on any video. If it's not too experimental on like the classic ones, like what if I post a video game one or something, probably not that, or like a technology one, maybe not that, but just on like the regular classic ones, we're getting decent amount of views every video, and then that's it might be a little bit slow growth on the channel, but technically I use when I would post whatever I wanted, I would get like maybe 4 views or something, or like 3 views. So that's technically times 7, times 6, times 7 around there within a year. So if we could times 6 times 7 again, that'd be interesting, but we'll see. I'm bleeding subscribers right now. I'm bleeding subs, so like I'm not gonna count the subs. I'm more gonna look at the watch time, and hopefully that average view count could go up slowly, but like mainly that watch time. A couple hours per video right now, so that's not too bad. That's pretty good. For 20 views, that's not bad. But yeah, so thank you guys for that. There's that. Order of business. What else was I gonna say before I get into the video? Oh yeah, football. What an upset! Cannot believe Niners won. And also I'm kind of surprised Rams won. I'm not as shocked about like than I am about the Niners. Like, dude, Aaron Rodgers, man, I'm glad he won that one way back when. I'm glad, so he has at least one Super Bowl in his resume. But like, yeah, that 0 degree. It was like literally 0 degrees in Lambeau Field that day. So the passing game wasn't good, or maybe just the Niners defense was that good. Who knows? And then the Niners had way better run game, and then like a blocked punt. Like I knew once in the beginning when the Packers weren't scoring like that first drive. I was like, okay, like this is kind of normal. But then when they weren't scoring after that, I think it was the first drive they scored. When they weren't scoring after that, I was like, this isn't good. And then it was like 7-3, and then it was 10-3, and I'm like, wait, that's not good. And then I wasn't watching anymore. It was 10-3 by that time. My friend just showed me the score, like I wasn't watching. And then later he like texted me. He's like, "Dang, the Niners won." I was like, "The Niners won? I gotta see those highlights." And I saw the highlights, and I'm just like, from that point, like after I was watching like way in the first half was when I stopped watching, like somewhere like mid first half, and like just the rest of the game, I was like, yo, like the Packers, they got like out. The running game wasn't as good, it seemed like, and then like how good is your passing gonna be in 0 degree weather, man? And then like they just weren't as physical. It seemed like, and then they got tired. It seems like I don't know, man. But it is what it is, man. And then the Rams, I didn't watch that full game, but I was watching some of it. Tom Brady literally nearly did it again, man. I use Okay, I don't want the whole video to be about this, but like Tom Brady nearly did it again. I mean, he's already the GOAT, so it is what it is, man. Like he's just adding to his resume at this point, but he couldn't get it done. It's all good, man. I kind of thought the Bucks would win again just because like I was like, wait, is Tom Brady like basically Jordan where you can't really count him out? And he kind of almost is a little bit because I was like, wait, there's no way they're gonna win this. And then literally in the fourth quarter, I'm like, wait, is he gonna win this? I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, there's no way he's gonna win this at first. And then I'm like, wait, is he gonna win this? I was confused. I was like, wait, is he really gonna do it again? But he couldn't quite get it done. He probably could have. Like that dude's mastered the art of the comeback, man. I don't know what to say about that guy. Like he's pretty much he's already the GOAT. Say what you want about Deflategate and stuff. Like I used to hate Brady too. Him and LeBron both. I used to not like either of them. But then when Brady won on the Buccaneers, I was like, all right, wait. So he's the GOAT. And then LeBron, when he went back to Cleveland and won, I was like, all right, LeBron, he's pretty good. Not the GOAT necessarily in terms of his sport, but he's pretty, like, I was like, okay, yeah, that guy's good. But, okay. Yeah, I guess we'll just get into Russia now, man. Like, probably for 5 minutes, and I'll try to dip out of here. Or, no, probably like 7 minutes. But yeah, Russia, so, like, I don't know if you guys can see it on the globe. But it's like Russia, you got China here. I think you guys probably see Australia, right? And then what is this? Is this like, so is this like Indonesia? What is that? New Zealand, what is that? Oh, Papua New Guinea. I remember like memorizing this for some school assignment one time. You got the Philippines on that side. And then this side, which you guys see. Oh, shit, I moved it. Moved the world. I moved the world. No, I'm just kidding. I shook up the world. No, I'm playing. You got Australia there, and then above Australia, what is that? What is that? You see, like, how little I really know. Is that... Oh, what are those? So you got the Philippines over here. Is that Malaysia? I think it might be Malaysia here or somewhere. Indonesia. I'm not sure. I gotta, like, look at that more. But all of these islands here, man, like, you see, like, I don't really know. I don't really know much, man. There's, like, a lot more to know. Like, I know so little, especially about this side of the world. And then you got, like, India here, which I don't know if you could see. My fingers on India. You can, like, see the bottom of it a little bit. And then above that, you got China, which is huge. And then, like, if you go west to that, you start going west, and you go north. I mean, even China shares a border with Russia, too, at the very end. I think the Himalayas are on there, too. And then Kazakhstan is in between Russia and China on that side. Mongolia's also kind of shares that border. You got Kazakhstan, Mongolia, Russia, and China meeting up, it seems like, in there. And then, so Ukraine. Like, let me try to find Ukraine. Yeah, so if you go all the way from, like, that place where, like, Russia, China, Mongolia, and Kazakhstan connect, you, like, just keep traveling west across Kazakhstan, and then, like, it goes back into Russia again, and then you get, like, and then, like, so you got the border with Russia and Kazakhstan, and then, like, you got a strip of Russia there. If you just keep moving west, then you get to Ukraine. And they have a pretty big border with Ukraine. Like the eastern side of Ukraine, Russia has troops all along that whole eastern border and like some of the southern part and the northern part. They have troops literally all around there right now. And then they want to stage a coup pretty much. Is from what I hear on on the news. I haven't looked into this situation too much because like, I mean, I've been busy, obviously, like even too busy to post videos. But like, apparently they have troops all across that whole like eastern front right there. Like that's crazy, all along that eastern border. So like they're gonna apparently they want to stage a coup. And also, what I wanted to kind of say is the end of the United States empire, right? So the United States internally is kind of falling apart, and then because it's kind of gotten so bad internally, you see now externally we're like receding from like where we were. So now you got Afghanistan, we dipped from Afghanistan in not great of fashion, and now you got Russia, who's like, okay, now let's, because I think we're allied with Ukraine, or we're all in NATO, I think, and a lot of the military backing was the United States in terms of NATO. I mean, even a plain civilian like me kind of, figured that, like, that's just kind of how it seemed. Like, I mean, I'm just a plain civilian, right? I'm no deep state or anything, so I don't know, like, the extent of the influence or the, whatever you want to call it, like, might, like, military might that we had that stopped Russia from just taking over Ukraine. I don't know what that situation was like from the inside, but just from an outside perspective, it seems like the United States is losing power. So it's not even, we still have the guns, we still have like the weapons, we still got, so, I mean, that's what it just on the outside, like some of the technology on the outside, it's, I mean, maybe we don't have like the cyber warfare. We're probably not the best at like cyber warfare. Maybe we're not even the best at other areas too. I'm not sure, but I do know though in from internally, I don't think like we're like the command of that military that we have as people, the command of all of that weaponry. I don't think it's as it once was. Just from looking at this, and then you could see. Don't even just take my word for it. Just look at what happened in Afghanistan, man. Like, I don't think we have the command of the same areas we used to command. Like, it's just what it is. Just from a layperson's perspective, that's how it seems. And now, I mean, just from a currency perspective, I mean, we know more about, like, I don't know too much about the military side. I mean, I do know about just currency and just things like that, on that side of things. And we definitely don't have, the purchasing power we once did. Like, I mean, well, relative to how we once did, maybe relative to, like, the falling floating currencies of other countries, maybe we've retained our purchasing power, or like even gained purchasing power. But just from what I feel like US citizens once had, like, compared to ourselves, I don't think we boast that same purchasing power. Just from a currency perspective, we're still the world reserve currency. I mean, for now, but you got places like Russia, India, Brazil, China. They're trying to. I mean, well, at least they're purchasing oil in like different, like, not like petrodollars anymore. At least they're trying to move away from that standard, at least on the oil side. I don't know. And then there are obviously a lot of them are like buying up gold and shit. But even our allies are doing that, right? So like that's not necessarily, that doesn't say as much as like maybe like not doing, like trying to move away from the petrodollar. That probably says more. But so like, I mean, we know from currency side we don't boast the same. Like from military side, maybe we're falling apart there too. Like, because Russia's clearly not. I mean, they've been trying to. I remember. I think the last situation was like 2016 or something, where Russia and Ukraine had that. And I don't even know what happened there too. That's something if I was kind of like doing what I was doing like a year ago, I probably would have researched it and then brought it to you guys. But like, unfortunately, at the time, because like a lot of my days spent, like, because I wasn't like working a job at that point, so I had more time. Like, I'd probably be doing more research. Maybe over time I'll like come back to this, because if the situation keeps getting worse, I'll probably keep coming back to it, and then over time probably learn more. Hopefully, yeah. But that, I just kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit, and yeah, U.S. I want to say declining power, or the thing is, I mean, like, I'm not even a historian or anything, So like I'm not even, a history teacher necessarily. Like you could, in a technical sense, if you learn something from this channel about history and like it happened to be right, happened to be correct, then maybe I did teach you something. But like I'm not real like that's from a. Sorry, I'm saying like a lot in this video. I think I just noticed that, but yeah, and I'm not a history teacher. I'm not a historian. So yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, man, I just thought it was interesting what to talk about because I saw I've been seeing this in the news, but I haven't been able. It's been one of those things I haven't been able to get to. So yeah, I thought I would just try to get to it because I saw something about it after the game, after like the Bucks game. Because when I was at work, we had the Bucks game was on. I was like catching bits and pieces, and then after that, they had something about this situation, and I was like, like, probably should talk about that. And then these places are so far north too, man. Like how cold must it be in some of these areas? Like they look so far north. Like Ukraine is like huge too compared to like Europe. Ukraine's gigantic. That's crazy. I didn't know Ukraine was that big relative to like all of Eastern Europe. It's like huge. And then even Western Europe too. It's super far north. That's like north of Turkey. So you got like Ukraine. Just south of Ukraine is the Black Sea. Yeah, you got the Black Sea, which I remember like memorizing some of the places in this area for like something in elementary school or middle school or some shit. You got Turkey, so you got the Black Sea, and then you got Turkey just south of the Black Sea. And then just south of that, you got like Iraq, Syria, and Iran is huge. Iran is like gigantic, and that's to the east of Iraq. And it's like kind of warm in those areas, from what I understand. You got like pretty warm, like hot. I remember like hearing something about Qatar, which I think is in this region. Yeah, Qatar is like if you go down south more from Iraq, is that the Red Sea? I think is that the Red Sea. Just south of Iraq, like southeast. And then you got Saudi Arabia south of Iraq and Syria. Yeah, man, and that's the Middle East. And then if you keep going east, you'll get to Afghanistan. So keep going east from Iran, you get to Afghanistan. So I mean, see how like we're receding. I feel like we're like receding from the area because we kind of were out of Afghanistan, and then like you just keep marching west. Now we're kind of we dipped. We got our some of our people on the embassy. We like had them leave Ukraine, so it's like we're marching back west almost. That's interesting. It's like we're marching back west. And then China's all the way over there. Yeah, that's interesting. We're like going back. So we'll see what happens, man. Like we'll see if in some other places in the Middle East we got fucked over. Yeah, man, and we'll see with this Ukraine shit. Yeah, man, but that's all I got for this one. Alright, I'll catch y'all later. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Maybe I learned where some places on the map were, man. Like that's what I learned today. But yeah, alright, that's it for this one, y'all. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.